Hi friends, this is Santosh. Welcome to the Velocity tutorial. In this video, I am going to explain about how to call DataRaptor using Apex class. In my previous videos, if you observe, I have explained how to call Apex from the integration procedure. Here, let's see how to call DataRaptor using Apex class. Yes, in Apex class, we need to call a separate method which will perform uh, perform the operations on the data raptor. These methods will be different from the usage of the data raptor. For extract data raptor, we are going to use process as a method. For the load data raptor and transform data raptor, we will be having different methods to execute the data raptor. Here, if you observe the methods here, there are two same methods but difference in the parameters. If you observe for the first one, it will be static method, and also it will return namespace dot dr process result. It's a return type of the method. Process is a method name, and first parameter, if you observe like list of maps, that map contains string and object, string as a key and object as a value. If we and also if we observe the second parameter, it is a bundle name, nothing but data raptor name, and third one is locally. If you observe the second method here, the method declaration is same almost, but the difference in the parameter. Here it will accept only one map of string and object. If you observe in the above method, it will accept map list of maps. Let's see in the org how to create this class and how to use this methods, and mostly important thing is, if we want to use these uh, methods, we need to know about dr global. Dr global is a class in which these two methods will be there. Let's see in the org. Yes, for the simplicity I have created this data raptor, and the data raptor name I have mentioned here, and also this is a data raptor. We use it to fetch the contact details of a particular account. If you pass account id, then we'll get the this contacts list of contact. Here if you observe in the output tab, I have extracting first name and last name under contact node, fn under contact node, last name, ln as last name. If we preview this one, I have passed this id, which is this one, this account's id. It has two contacts. Let's see how this will come. First name and last name it will return. See, it is under this contact node. We got first name and last name, two nodes, two that records, since we have two records in the for this particular account. Okay, now we'll try to implement, we'll try to execute the same thing from the Apex class. We'll see in the developer console how it will appear the class. Yes, here I have created a class which will call the data raptor. Let me explain each and every statement of this class. Here I have created a normal text, like a demo class. In that it's a normal method which is static method, and also here I am storing a data raptor name as a string. Let me explain first line number 10. This is a main important line that will execute the data raptor. For this, as I said earlier, uh, process method will perform the will extract the things from the data raptor. And if you want to use this process method, we need to have, as I told in my just now in my ppt, like dr global is a class in which process method will available. So it's a static method, so I'm directly calling this. And if we want to specify this dr global method, we need to use namespace. My org is cmt, so I'm using cmt as a namespace. So here first parameter is, we can use list of maps or also map. Here I am using only map, which contains id and id of the account, this particular account. If you observe the ending AAE is a id, AAE and 001. So this indicates account object and account object, and I'm passing this ID to the map. Here if you observe in the here we have only one filter value ID. Suppose if we have 2 to 3 filter values in the data wrapper, so definitely we need to go with list of map. We need to create 2 to 3 filter names, and also we need to create map, and we need to add that map to the list, and we need to pass the list to here. That is the reason I have told in the PPT, like we will be having two process methods with different parameters. So coming to the second parameter, dr name. Dr name is nothing but it's a data wrapper name which we are going to create using that. Here I'm given a dr name here. Then coming to the locally, it is a null as of now. I'm giving as a null. So let's see this result. Whatever the this process method will execute, it will return something to the result variable. Result variable, it is a reference for dr process result. Dr process result is a return type for this process method. If you observe in my PPT, I have explained this is a process method will return dr process result type. So this we are going to however we are going to convert this return type to the JSON. For that we have a special method, like to JSON list is a method which will convert this result to the JSON list. So here we are storing into the list of maps. In the line number 13, if you observe, I have tried to print the ID what I am passing in the line number 8. I am passing ID of account. So I want to clarify whether how ID is passing, and line number 14 I am printing this entire JSON, whatever the return JSON I am printing in the line number 14. Now let's debug this. If you want to run this class, we need to have a class name dot method name. I'm using method name because it's a static method, so I directly am calling with the class name. See, if I click on open log, then it will be logs will be opened defaultly, and we can observe that debugs, whatever the debugs we have statement kept in the 13 and 14, we can see from here. If we click on debug only, see I have passed this ID which is passing as a key and value pair, and also in the return it is returning the JSON under the contact. F1 represents first name, LN represents last name. Same thing, we got two records since we have two records under this particular account object. Under the contact node we got two records. Similarly, if we observe this output, similar way we got in the from Apex class. This is how we are going to call extract data wrapper using Apex class. And please subscribe my video so that I can perform many concepts from the Velocity. Thanks.